All right, so today, out here, beautiful Gallowayville, we are going to be cooking some backstrap. And you were telling me you got deer that come right up here to the back of your house.
Yeah, 30 feet away.
They got a little feeder set up out here. We've been watching them out the window yesterday and today, trying to see when we can get them. But they're not going to be around after I'm done with this backstrap, I'll tell you that.
We're looking for fresh backstrap.
Yeah, real fresh. So we got some awesome backstrap here, Venison Backstrap. Normally when you get these, they're about yay long. It depends on the size of the deer. So this has been cut down. You can cut these into steaks and cook them like a filet mignon. Yeah. And that's really probably the closest thing that you're going to make this tasty as a filet mignon. It's a lean piece of meat, but it's very, very tender. It's the same cut as a filet on a cow. It just happens to be on the deer. So it does have, like a filet does, it does have a strip of silver skin on the back. So you're just going to have to take that silver skin off. You definitely don't want to try to cook that thing, because this is never going to tender up. You're never going to get it to break. A
curl on it.
Yeah, the whole thing's going to curl on you. So just get a good sharp knife and just butcher that backstrap off. Kind of just roll it back and keep breaking the meat off, so you're not having to waste a lot of meat. But you definitely got to get that silver skin off. All right, where'd this backstrap come from?
Got the backstrap from Freedom Fowl Outfitters.
Awesome.
They do wild game hunts.
Yeah.
So he gave us some venison. He's gave us sandhill crane.
Yeah.
And actually his other company gave us some nice redfish to cook.
Yeah, that redfish is outstanding.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
All right, so you don't have to be overly critical about it, but you can see I took that whole piece of silver skin off. And then there's a little strip down the other side that we went ahead and took off too. So you do lose a little meat with it. If you got a good sharp knife, it makes it a lot easier. But all we're gonna do on this, and this is, we try not to go too crazy on any of this stuff. We're gonna season this thing up, then we're gonna wrap it in bacon. It's lean, so bacon works really well. Now you don't have to wrap it in bacon, but especially if you leave it as a roast and you kind of give it in there some time, I think it's better to have some kind of fat in there to do it over time. So we're gonna be hitting it today with Hardcore Carnivore Camo, which is the wild game and lamb seasoning that they make over there. And this is just, it really works well on game. It's kind of got a mix of salt, pepper, garlic, and then some baking spices and a couple other things, kind of cloves and things like that, that really kind of tame the gaminess that can happen with wild game. If you prep your wild game right, a lot of that gaminess is kind of just doesn't exist.
Cooks right out.
Yeah, it cooks right out.
Nice.
You know, and a lot of it just depends on if it was aged right, how much blood in it, that kind of thing. So it's all different. If you prepare your own, you've probably figured it out a way. You know, if you butcher your own deer, how to make it work. But it's always good to kind of have something as a backup, and this is a great backup to that gaminess. Is that kind of those cloves and everything kind of butt down into it, and they take the bite away. So
nice.
That's seasoned real easy. We're just going to go ahead and do nothing fancy. You could do a bacon weave if you wanted to, but I think we're just going to do a straight wrap. It makes it a lot easier. And for this, like a lot of things like jalapeno poppers and everything, I like that real thin bacon, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. That thick bacon won't render down.
Right.
This thin bacon's easy to wrap. It stretches.
Right.
And as it cooks, it's just going to bind to it.
Absolutely. So it's it's going to crisp up real good. That's the problem with the chewy bacon. Is normally I would love to cook that up and fry that up at the house. Let's lay these out and just let the
Everyone loves that right brand bacon, but for this application, not a great idea.
Poppers and anything, like you want that bacon to get crispy about the time that the meat's done cooking. And this thing is going to be done well before thick chewy bacon would ever get crispy. All right, so we're just going to do a straight wrap on this. So just lay it over. It doesn't have to be 100% wrapped up. The idea is we're just kind of giving it a little fat base to protect it. And then I always like to layer my flavors if I can. So we got that Hardcore Camo. Hello.
Woo!
Wind gust.
Welcome to Gallowayville.
I'm telling you.
Hurricane.
Out here on the plains. We got that Hardcore Camo on there. I want to do a little different layer of flavor on the outside. We're going to use some DB 180 grill oil. It's really good. It's got kind of a pop. You got some really interesting combinations of peppers and paprikas and stuff in it. So it's not overly spicy, but it definitely is not like a straight salt, pepper, garlic. And it leaves really good color too.
Wow, this wind is ridiculous.
I don't even have to try to shake the bottle. I can just kind of hold it and
pull
it out.
That's hilarious.
Wild game, you always want to cook it to like a medium rare on anything dark wild game. If you take this thing up to 145, 150, it's going to be shoe leather. So we're probably going to end up pulling this about 120 to 125, and you just kind of let it creep up and rest. But we want it definitely like right in between rare and medium rare, and it's going to be really tender. And again, because that thin bacon, it'll crisp up. We're going on the gourmet. I'm going to put this on the top rack of the gourmet. It's going to get a lot of kind of oven style heat up there.
And you're going right over the coals.
I'm going right over the coals on it. You can offset it if you want to, but realistically, that backstrap is so lean, it's going to cook really quick.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to be maybe a 30 to 40 minute cook. If you offset it and get some smoke in it, you definitely can, but I just don't want to risk, butting up on that temp. I'd rather go hot and fast with it, let it kind of roll around as we cook, make sure it gets real even, get some smoke in it, and it'll be really, really tender.
Can't wait.
Awesome. We'll see you guys in a bit. Backstrap is off. Freedom Fowl Outfitters.
Freedom Fowl
Out of
Outfitters.
this, and this looks really, really,
Thanks,
really good.
Brad. Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, Brad. So the bacon crisped up, real nice on it. The inside is right where we wanted. It's kind of that medium rare temp. So we're just gonna go ahead and slice this thing open and
Jump into her.
jump into her.
Looks good. Simple.
Yep, real simple.
You can make grilling as hard as you want to make it, but it's
Absolutely. But
sometimes keep it simple, stupid's the best way.
great mentality. All right, so here's the inside and the reveal. Look at
Shut
this. We got
up.
this beautiful medium rare inside tender. That bacon's crispy. This is gonna be money right here, man.
That's good
I'm telling
stuff.
you that. So dive into it. Let's see if we taste that flavor profile, sir.
Let's do it. Wow.
Cheers.
Cheers. Dink it and dunk it. Oh, yeah.
How's that fillet texture?
It does.
Tender. A lot of people, when they have backstrap at the house, they don't know how to cook it. So what they end up doing is they'll cut it down the middle and they'll stuff it full of peppers and cream cheese and wrap it in bacon. It's delicious. There's nothing wrong with that. But you get so much flavor from the peppers and the cream cheese and the bacon and all that. Sometimes it drowns out the fact that just really good venison that was prepared right is just outstanding. So the reason I love this is the flavor that comes through is the venison flavor.
Yeah.
It's not all the extra stuff. It's fun to make poppers and things like that with them, but to me, you can dress this up as much as you want.